Good morning, scholars. So good afternoon, whenever you're watching this. And, Mr. B's on here again, checking in with sixth grade social studies. I'm going to show you two things today. A couple of links that are really important on your Google Classroom, and then how to complete the assignment for September 10th. We're collaborating on making our class rules that we will live by, at least during distance learning. So first of all, when you're at your sixth grade social studies page, remember to check this stream. When you see videos like this that say 9-9 virtual locker, if you didn't finish your virtual locker or your assignment for that day, make sure you're watching this video. It gives you step-by-step instructions on how to complete your assignment. So there's very important announcements in the class stream. Make sure you're reading those, please. Outside of that, make sure you are looking up here when you click on your classes tab and you look at your to-do list. Any assignment that you still have to do will be on your to-do list. So you don't need to ask like, oh, am I done with my assignment? Am I not done with my assignment yet? Did I turn it in? If you click on your to-do list, that will show you. Okay, let's go back to the main tab. Again, click in the most important for us this year will be our Classwork tab. So click on your Classwork tab in sixth grade social studies so we can get started today. And you see that we have our daily presentations and we have our actual assignments. So in order to complete the September 10th assignment, 9-10, you might want to open up the presentation from 9-10 to help you out too. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that right now. The presentation's open. I go back and I'm going to also open my September 10th assignment. So I have the presentation and the assignment both open. Okay, and in order to open the assignment, make sure you're opening the document where it says your work. If you don't do that, you won't complete the assignment correctly. Okay, so again, I'm going to run through this so that you understand how to complete this assignment if you did not attend the Google Meet today, and then you will work on it independently. So it says 9-10, September 10th, we're going to collaborate on the class rules. Collaborating means you're working together. So I wrote, scholars, remember that rules and laws are meant to make life easier for people and are most effective when they are agreed upon by everybody. Today's goal is for you to put your opinion in on which class rules will help you work the best during virtual learning in social studies. Please follow the steps below and turn in this assignment when complete. So if you're in the Google Meet today, we talked about a democracy and how people work together to make rules since the rules apply to them. And we want to be as democratic as we can be in our social studies class. So I said, as groups, we're going to work together and we're going to come up with different rules we want and why those rules should be applied. So again, if you weren't in the Google Meet, all this group work, you're going to have to do individually now. All right. So it's really important you're going to the Google Meets because anything that says group works, we will actually complete in the Google Meets. And then anything that says independent work is what you are supposed to be doing on your own. If you don't go to the Google Meets, you have to do this entire assignment on your own, which makes it a little bit difficult. But that's why this video is here to help you out if you missed the Google Meet today. So again, we're going to start right with the teacher model. This is what we talked about in class as the teacher model. And I'm going to describe a rule that I want to have in our social studies class. And my rule is teachers will provide feedback and grades on assignments within 2 days of receiving the assignments. Oops, spelling error there. I'll make sure to fix that. So the rule that I want to have is that teachers, that's me and Ms. Martinez, will provide feedback and grades on your assignments within 2 days of receiving the assignments. And why do I think that rule should be applied? I'm going to write that students need to receive feedback on assignments in order to improve, and teachers need to be able to know to plan for what the students need. So again, the rule, I want all teachers in social studies to provide feedback on assignments within 2 days of getting them. That includes me. I'm going to hold myself accountable to that. And why do I think that should be applied? Because you all as students need to receive that feedback in order to get better. How are you going to get better on an assignment if you don't know what you didn't do right on the last one, right? So that's kind of why I want that rule. So it makes sense. Now your job will be to go through, and where it says group work now, if you didn't complete this in the Google Meet, you have to do it independently. tell me 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll put them here, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4 rules that you want to have, and make sure on the right, explain why you want to have that rule in class. And I'll do one more with you before letting you work independently. So another rule that I think we should have in class is that only one student is unmuted at a time when asked a question. Right? Again, this is for when they are asked a question. Only one student is unmuted at a time when they are asked a question. Again, that is a norm for the whole school, but we want to make it a specific rule in our class. Why? Why do we think that's important? Well, students need to be able to hear, students and teachers need to be able to hear to help clear up any questions that may lead to misunderstandings on the assignments. So I think it's really important that only one student is unmuted at a time, because if everybody's talking at once, people are going to get unclear, and it's going to make the assignments a little bit harder to understand, which is not good. So again, now start to think, what are 3 rules now that in virtual learning you think that should be instated in social studies? Think about how much work is assigned to you. Think about how much time you are allowed to do the assignments. Think about, are you allowed to resubmit assignments? Think about all of those things. What would help you work best in social studies? What rules would help you work best in social studies? And when you get down to the bottom here, it's just independent work. Which rule discussed in class today would be the most important and why? So basically, you're choosing one of these rules. Tell me it's the most important rule to have in social studies, and explain why you think that rule would be the most important rule to have in social studies. Okay? If you have any issues, just try your best. Reach out by email at jbson@bronxarts.net, and then just make sure when you are done, completely done with this assignment, you are pressing this button here that says turn in, and you are sending it to your teachers so that we know you are done. Otherwise, we will not see the assignment is completed, and it will show up as incomplete and blank for us. Okay? So again, good luck. Reach out by email if you need help. Otherwise, I will see you at the Google Meet tomorrow.